So, top it off, why was Shanks there? No one understands why Shanks made it to the Reverie arc, but it could be an explanation because maybe the Marines trust Shanks. He's the most trustworthy pirate out of every pirate that's around the New World.
Okay, so hey guys, this is Hamaz and this is StrawHatZain. And now, why Shanks was there is of course, Shanks wants to talk about a certain pirate. We don't know that pirate. You know, most people would love it to be Luffy or Blackbeard being the only two pirates that Shanks would talk about, but it could also be Kaido or Big Mom, or it could be any other pirate that we don't know about. Or it could be that Rocks guy or Locks guy, depending on Japanese, that he wants to talk about.
You know, it could very well be Blackbeard because it could be starting up the next arc for Wano. You know, we never know if Blackbeard could be in Wano as well.
That's true, guys. He could be talking about who Blackbeard is, about Blackbeard's intentions, maybe. Because remember, you guys, Aokiji right now, or Kuzan right now, is in the Blackbeard Pirates. He's infiltrated them. Shanks, he might be working with Shanks and Garp, right? In order to figure out what is happening with Blackbeard, and probably Aokiji probably told him something that was very interesting, or something out of the blue, and Shanks came to the world government because he wanted to let them know about this, because he knows that they have more resources than one Yonko, and if he can, because they also have the resources because of the CP0 and the Cypherpole units, how they are undercover, and the world and the normal people don't know about them. They can work covertly and to undermine Blackbeard, because Blackbeard might be a threat to the world government itself. That is the only reason Shanks is there, because the world government does not care about pirate news if it affects Shanks, but if it affects them too, or affects the world the peacefulness of the world, they really want to know about it.
You know, just take it in. You know, Shanks is probably like the Jesus pirate out of One Piece. You know, he comes to Marineford and he ends the war. Everyone just stops fighting because Shanks just walks on the island.
Yeah, like how Sengoku was like when Shanks could. He was like, okay, yeah, you can take Whitebeard's body.
Take Whitebeard's body. You know, you're Jesus after all.
You know, you can do whatever you want. You know, we trust you, Shanks. We really trust you.
Another thing I want to bring up is that, you know, why don't the Marines know the full strength of Wano forces?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Something that I believe. I believe that the Marines, they don't know the full strength of Wano forces because they never went to Wano, and they're too afraid of the Beast Pirates. That's what I believe, because the Beast Pirates are what is that called? It's their territory.
Yeah, they've taken over it.
Yeah.
Well, about that, the samurai in Wano country, right? It's very troubling that they don't know the strength of them.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the thing. What I think that they might know, right? But the thing is, Cypherpole is not under Sakazuki's control. You guys know that. It's under the control of the Commander-in-Chief, which is some old guy, which I'm gonna probably somewhere on this page put a picture of. And that guy is the Commander-in-Chief. He was the Admiral before there was Tengenku. Now, he might know because of the simple fact that he probably has Cypherpole there. You know, if you think about the world government, they're pretty sketchy. They want to know everything about everything. If they can post Rob Lucci and the CP9 for like years on and in water side, you don't think they have someone inside of Wano that can tell them what the hell's happening in there? You don't think so? Maybe they don't deem it worthy of their attention, that they're not doing anything about it. But it's just hard to believe that they don't know what the strength of the Wano country is. Apart from that, let's talk about not rocks. Before that, let's talk about Kaido and Big Mom. Now we figured out that Kaido and Big Mom have some kind of backstory, that they were allied, or maybe they were part of the same crew, and that they, you know.
Oh, wait. This could be a spoiler, but Katakuri could be the son of Kaido.
Well,
what do you think?
Their faces a little similar.
It's a little similar. I mean,
but you know, Katakuri has this teeth that Kaido does not have or Big Mom has, so he could be something else, right? He could be a fisherman first of all.
Yeah.
Like Dillinger, remember?
Dillinger and Jack, yeah.
Yeah, he could be
That's a good point.
He could be one of the fishermen too, right?
Yeah.
Now let's talk about Kaido and Big Mom. You know, they could be, as I was talking about, how they could be, you know, allies or part of the same crew or, you know, whatever. Hina brings up a point that that she really didn't talk about. We don't really know what happens. I'll post it up there. You know, but we somehow get into the fact that Garp fought this guy named Rox or Lox, depending upon the Japanese, and you know that is the reason why Garp is the hero of the Marines, and not because he got Roger into the Impel Down. Now that brings your point. He also says that it'd be very bad that the crew of that Rox or Lox is rising up, and that Garp says that it'd be a big problem if that happened right now because everyone's here for protecting royalties.
Meanwhile,
Upon that, could Shanks also be talking about those people, right? We really don't know, right? He could be talking about Rox or Rox crew too, right? So that jumped upon that too. And now, seeing how it's been up till now, let's talk about a little about. You want to talk about the empty throne?
I'm here to talk about the empty throne from chapter 907. Basically, Sturley, you know, he's the king. He's from Goa Kingdom, and he's really like he's really obsessed to being one of a celestial dragon. He really wants to be one of them because he wants the power. He wants the power to control people. He wants to abuse it, and he saw that the empty throne, that was he wanted to sit on the empty throne.
The empty throne, first of all, it's empty because it shows the sign of peace in the world. Sally wants to sit on it because he wants to become the king of everything, right? King of everything. Because he's obsessed with power, first of all, and he's an idiot. He's a weakling. He's probably getting himself killed right now.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, I feel like they're probably killed. Because the thing is that, you know how they say that Rob Lucy said that he is the king of the lower land? So basically, yeah, okay. In the land of Marija, they're basically normal human beings. They'll get killed because they're no match for the celestial dragon. Right, and that's something that's been there for 800 years. Do you really think that they'll give up that much tradition? An idiot like Delhi, the king of
I just think they're gonna kill him off like in the next arc. He's really not that much of an important character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he probably died in like a couple of chapters though.
Yeah.
You know? now upon the secret thing. About what the old man says is that there's no definite king among the world government, right? There's no king. There's like the 5 elder stars. They're basically like a committee, like the Romans, like a senate, like community. But if you remember from 906, chapter 906, and then we see the big straw hat, and we see a person there with one pictures, one straw hat Luffy and one we don't know. But we know one thing: the guy is wearing some kind of or girl or whatever. Right? Some kind of crown on the head, right? Crown. You can see some kind of crown. Like you said, you look like a Caesar clown.
Caesar clown, like
like Castillo.
maybe Caesar clown escaped and like ran, like
oh yeah,
he fell down or something.
Okay, so now talking about that person could have been the actual king or monarch, whatever you want to say it, of the world, because the world government is known to be as sketchy as heck. We know they could be lying because people didn't know CP9 actually existed, right? People really don't know that a lot of these organizations exist. So, you know, there could be a king. We don't know. Like, as soon as whatever ends, everyone goes, they lock up the doors, he just walks out. Like,
Are you saying that there's a king, like they don't know there's a king, and they don't know if that Straw Hat belongs to that king. We're not talking about Luffy. We're talking about a king.
You know what I'm saying? That person that was there, right, looking at the Straw Hat, they could have been the king.
say what?
Okay.
Saying he was the king, that he doesn't want to show himself because, you know, there's this theory of 800 years that there's no king. If this king just shows up out of nowhere, right, people will question it, like, what the hell? You said that for 800 years there was no king, but there was an actual king, right? So now we want to what else are you hiding, right? People get suspicious about it. So that's why they probably don't want to show it. And on why the king was there to on that Mugiwara, we really don't know. It could have been some guy frozen, like to that you reanimate. Maybe that's why what's his name, Yakomori was killed to get his fruit because they don't want anyone to know about its existence. Okay, let's talk about Mule's Guard.
Yeah.
Mule's Guard is a celestial dragon that comes out of nowhere and saves Shirahoshi by so elegantly, basically hammering with a bat,
Elegantly
like,
and
bat.
gently.
To
Like,
Carlos. Carlos, what the hell is
Don't worry,
that?
Shirahoshi, I got your back.
Yeah. And Carlos now, everyone's shocked when this happened. They're like, what the hell? Someone hit a celestial dragon? But it turns out to be Mule's who is also a celestial dragon.
He's also part of Doflamingo's family.
Yeah, Dofio. But you can see that he's human. He is more. He says he's human. He says that he's more of a human. He doesn't believe in this mumbo jumbo that they're gods that created the earth or whatever the hell. He doesn't really believe in the fact that that his eyes have been awakened by Otohime, the queen of the fishmen. He was the one that was stranded 10 years ago. Now we're looking at something funny, something interesting here, because Rob Lucci was there and he was talking about how this was the no one can question the celestial dragon, but when he came in, I'm gonna support you, and his face, like, he did not like it. You see that his face, he did not like. I'm gonna post it here somewhere, but like his face was like, nah.
He's like, this is not him. That's not his true self.
Yeah, here he hates it. He dislikes it way well that this Mule's Guard is doing that.
And the queen of Fishman Island, Otami. He said in the chapter that she's the one that made me feel like a human. Not a lot of the celestial dragons don't act like humans because they're so used to their power, abusing their power, that they don't even know what a human is like anymore. And it's a good thing that there's actually one celestial dragon that has human like emotions.
Yeah. Because he's also from the Dofio family. I think that's how you say it. I think. Who knows?
I thought it was like Don Kizok.
Yeah, I ain't Google Translate, so I don't know. But let's go with it.
Okay.
Right. So you know how Homer, the father of Dofi, and his brother.
Oh, I thought you meant Homer Simpson for it.
Bruh. You know how Rosinante, both of them, and their mother, I don't know her name. They were all normal human beings. It's funny how the heck were those three, like, naturally they were like, they might have something happen, but they were naturally very good hearted. The other celestial dragons were very terrible people. That really brings me to a question, like, why are there such a big deal in celestial dragons? Like, if you look at the 5 other stars, look at them, look how normal they feel, they know how they talk, how they know that they are not the center of the world, right? Once you select the other celestial dragons, they think everything's in the world, like, everything, they're the center of everything else. So then how do they pick and choose who's going to be the next other 5, right?
One eternity
Other thing, last
later.
thing I want to talk about. Like, I want to talk about Rob Lucci. Rob, what the hell is he doing?
We could split it.
Yeah. What is he doing? How did he join CP0?
Is this, Rob Lucci returning kind of reminds me of like when Frieza returns, in Dragon Ball Super, and maybe Rob Lucci has like a power boost or something. I don't know.
Because I mean, he failed in CP9.
He's part of CP0 now.
Yeah, he let Luffy defeat him, and then second he also basically let him get away.
Just for all the fans, I'm gonna debate this now. Luffy versus Katakuri fight is the best fight in One Piece now. It outbeats Rob Lucci's fight. Just say it.
Yeah, I agree with that too, because it's more
it's more like
the difference between Luffy and Kaido.
Rob Lucci.
Kaido, not Kaido.
Rob Lucci.
Katakuri is so huge, but then like they fought for like 9-10 hours. Like Doflamingo's fight was not even that long.
Wait, would you say that the fight with Katakuri kind of pushed Luffy to his fully limits?
Yeah, it did. Because remember how if you remember when he had the flashback where he said that only through the intensity of combat will your actual like lacking powers come out, and that is how Luffy got the W look into the future, because he was pushed that way, right? Pushed so hard by Katakuri, he finally got there. And You know, that's why. And you know, I know that you like calling Takakuri.
Yeah, call him Takakuri for.
Yeah, he likes to call him Takakuri because he just likes calling Takakuri, and I just call him Takakuri.
Teriyaki chicken.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, well, I hope you guys like this review. If you guys have any suggestions, anything you guys want us to talk about, anything that you know you guys think intrigued you or you guys didn't agree with or agreed with, please let us know in the comment section below right there. And please like this video, smash that thumbs up
Hey man,
button.
like, yo, give us some anime recommendations as well.
Also share this video and subscribe to me, Kamal, and StrawHatZain.
I heard Luffy.
Okay, fine, whatever.
StrawHatZain.
StrawHatZain.
Yeah.
StrawHatZain, and his thing will be somewhere around here. And please watch other videos that I have.
Could be there.
You know, yeah, anywhere. And you know, the playlist I put on One Kuni, the character descriptions and other things. You know, and thank you for listening to us. And drink your medicine. And
don't do drugs.
yeah.
Also, Big Mom's gonna come to Wano.